Standing 6'6", she was once voted a favorite child by her mother. Her favorite class is nap time. She's doing music and a happy life. Jess Schumer! Weighs 100 pounds. She once fought a bear. She believes she's descended from Santa. She's doing the making of art. Maddie Potts. He's the one behind the voice. He also fought a bear, but he lost. He's doing color and emotion. Stephen Wood. Oh, hello and welcome. Please join us in this special presentation of PAWS, the role of art in a happy life.
Hi, my name's Maddie, and I'm going to be talking about art and how it helps you have a happy life and how it affects your life and your happiness. So as a lot of us know, art and being creative in general allows, it helps you get out inner emotions, it helps you find yourself. I know my sister is an artist. She went to Georgetown for art, and it is something for her that allows her to go off and get out her emotions, and it's her way of talking to others. Because I know some people like me, I'm a very big introvert, and it is impossible to go and tell somebody, hey, I am really upset with you, especially if you're not really comfortable with them. So art can be something that you can go draw, you can go look at art, go to galleries, and it can just be something that's very calming and helps, just make you feel better. One psychologist said that there's a strong connection between creative expression and overall well-being. So it can be something that really just centers you and allows you. It's also been found that art helps us find our identities. Like I said, we form new relationships through art. Say we're taking an art class, we can form new relationships. We can even make our relationships that we have stronger by going to an art gallery and discussing how each piece of art makes you feel. Art can have a very calming effect on our bodies. It produces such a subtle happiness to us that one psychologist compared it to eating a really good cookie. You're just, you're happy, you're joyful, and it's a beautiful experience that honestly, without art in our lives, it's just sad, you need a little bit of pretty art, you need a little picture or something every single day just to make you a little happier.
Hello, I'm Stephen Wood, and I'll be doing Colors in a Happy Life. And specifically, I will be doing colors conducive to learning. Now, you've probably seen that there are a lot of colors around me. Well, that's because these colors are a calming effect. The light colors, you've got your blues, your yellows, we probably have some greens right over here, and even browns. Browns aren't that bad. Now in a classroom, which is where most of us are probably going to be in our adult lives, you're going to want a classroom that has these cool colors, these calming effects, because it's good for a growing mind. It's good for your students, who will want to have a calming effect on their mind so that they can pay attention to you. You don't want your bold colors, your reds, your blacks, taking attention away from your students when they should be paying attention to you. Now, according to Frank Mankey, who is one of the leading teachers, the psychologist in color psychology, and he wrote a book known as Color, Environment, and Human Response. According to him, cool colors are recommended for middle school and high school classrooms because of their ability to relax and focus concentration. Now that sounds like a pretty good deal when you're teaching young minds. You want to be concentrating. So what do you want to avoid? Well, as I said previously, you want to avoid bold colors. Your reds, the blacks, and if you really want to, a really pronounced brown. You don't want those. You certainly don't want like an alabaster white. Now you probably have seen that there's a lot of alabaster white in most classrooms, in most buildings. But that's why, as a teacher, you're putting up a lot of posters, a lot of different colors, some yellow, some blue, very calming effects all around your windows, all around your walls. Now, a study was done in 2003 that demonstrated that colors in an environment was conducted by the U.S. Navy, that in 3 years following the introduction of color into the environment, a drop of accident frequency went from 6.4 to 4.6, or 28%. This corroborates an independent study demonstrating white and off-white business environments resulted in a 25% or more drop in human efficiency. So you probably are going to want some calming effects in your classroom that helps in a happy life.
Have you ever listened to a song and immediately felt sad? Do you have a song that motivates you to run 5 miles? Or do you have a favorite song that relaxes you every time you listen to it? Listening to music can completely change our moods. As stated in Molly Edmonds' article, Music and Happiness, understanding the link between a song we're hearing and how our body reacts to it can have enormous implications for treating disease and brain disorders such as depression. The article briefly describes how our brain processes music. Music activates so many parts of our brain. When we hear a song, our frontal lobe and temporal lobe begin processing the sounds, with different brain cells working together to decipher things like rhythm, pitch, and melody. Many researchers believe that most of this action happens in the right hemisphere, though others say reducing music to a right-brained or left-brained activity isn't impossible. So much goes on in our brain while listening to music. Several areas light up and are engaged when music is playing. Music affects several parts of the brain, including Broca's and Wernicke's area and the visual and motor cortex. Music has a very physical reaction on our brain that most people don't know about. Music can also tie memories together, as Edmund states, since this is one of the last brain areas to fall to Alzheimer's disease. Researchers have found that people with the condition can remember songs from long ago even when they can't remember what they did yesterday. On another note, our brain has a strong emotional reaction to music. The article shares that in a study of a woman who had brain damage to her temporal lobe, researchers found that while the woman was unable to distinguish between melodies, she was still able to have the emotional reaction that you might expect from hearing happy or sad memories or melodies. Music can change our emotions and how we're reacting to any moment. A happy song in a major key can perk up our mood and can make us breathe faster. However, a sad song can have a slowing of the pulse and a rise in blood pressure. Knowing this information can help patients suffering from certain diseases. This is why music therapy is critical for a quick recovery. In another article, it states, researchers at Cal State University found that hospitalized children were happier during music therapy. Music improves health and has positive effects on cognitive development. Music reduces pain. For example, music therapy is increasingly used in a hospital to reduce the need for medication. Music can also reduce blood pressure, speed up post-stroke recovery, and is also used as a remedy for chronic headaches and migraines. Music also has a positive effect on the brain. It enhances learning and the IQ. As stated in an eMed Expert article, listening to music or playing an instrument can actually make you learn better. It also helps with literacy skills, math abilities, and emotional intelligence. Furthermore, music improves memory with what it's called the Mozart effect. As stated in another article, the power of music is the effect is quite intriguing. Mozart's music and Baroque music, with 60 beats per minute, activates the left and right brain. The simultaneous left and right brain action maximizes learning and retention of information. The information being studied activates the left brain, while the music activates the right brain. Also, activities which engage both sides of the brain at the same time, such as playing an instrument or singing, can cause the brain to be more capable of processing information. Listening to music helps the ability to recall information in the future. It also improves concentration and attention. In addition, music improves physical performance. Music motivates you to start walking, moving, or dancing, which encourages exercises that releases stress and motivation and the feeling of fatigue. Lastly, music calms and relaxes and helps people to sleep. Relaxing music reduces sympathetic nervous system activity, decreases anxiety, blood pressure, heart and respiratory rate, and may have positive effects on sleep by muscle relaxation and distraction from thoughts. Music has such a powerful effect on people. People should learn how to use music to their advantage and have a better day every day. We're always surrounded by music. There's no reason why we shouldn't be happy.